The instructions of the Blue Devil. The instructions of the Blue Devil tell you to take the thermostat out. And the problems with this Astro is that these thermostats come with a rubber gasket around it, and I had trouble sealing up the thermostat housing. So what I did was I took the old thermostat and I cut the guts out. I cut it here and here and up here and up here, and then just put the gasket around the rim of this and stuck it back in there. And that way it's open, but you know, there's no resistance to the thermostat. So with that, like I said, I replaced the radiator, all the lines, took out the thermostat, then I flushed it really good. And that's about it. Now, I will tell you, I will put it on here that now that I got it all replaced and all cleaned, I just for general purpose, I wanted to see what the block test was saying now, and I wasn't getting anything. This wasn't changing color at all. So I don't know if now that I got it all cleaned out and there's no resistance, that it's not leaking. I was leaking the other day water into the engine oil, but now it seems to be pretty clear. I mean, there's just oil. It's a little higher than it should be, so I think I still got a little bit of water in there, but I think it's running clean. I don't know, but we're gonna attempt this anyway and see what comes up, because once I put the thermostat back in and it puts resistance against it, it might still have that leaky head gasket. So we're going to try this. So the instructions say cooling system must be clean and free flowing before applying Blue Devil's engine sealant. Okay, remove thermostat and flush cooling system through bottom radiator hose using Blue Devil radiator flush or comparable flushing agent. We use Prestone. Radiator flush and cleaner, and went in clear, and this is what it looked like coming out. So you can see that it's pretty rough in there. All right, so we're gonna give this a shot. We're gonna put distilled water in there. Oh, I didn't finish reading the instructions. Okay. Fill cooling system with water. Leave enough room for the recommended amount of Blue Devil. See table. So it says 3 gallons. I've not been able to ever put more than 2 gallons, or about 2 gallons in here. So I'm gonna put 1.5 gallons, and then use a half a bottle of Blue Devil. So I put I'm going to put 1 more half gallon in there. See, all right, now the radiator's full. I'm going to go ahead and start it and then add this half quart. The engine is completely cold. So, okay. Important, engine must be cold before you begin. Remove radiator cap and start the engine while cold, then turn heater to max. Like I said, we bypassed the heater, so I'm not going to worry about the heater core or the turning it on to heat. But if you put this on, if you do this and you don't bypass the heater core, then you need to put it on heat. All right, let's start her up. Said for a half bottle, start with a 30-second pour. So I'm going to start it at, I'm only going to put in a third of the bottle. So. About right there. I'm putting just a little bit more in there. The only complaint I have about this is there's nothing on the side here that tells you how much that I put in there. There's no clear thing that I can, it's kind of difficult to figure out how much I'm putting in there, but I put about. The guy on the internet that also demonstrated this showed you a neat little trick. What you do is you look down in the bottle and then you hold your finger down so you come level. So I put about little, yeah, about right, about a third. So we're at 3 minutes and 12. Of course, I quit pouring there for a minute. About 30 seconds, so pretty good. I'm pretty sure I poured it slow enough. I probably poured it slower than it recommended. So we will now, after you pour it in there, with the engine island, pour Blue Devil into the radiator. Take 1 minute pour time for entire 30 seconds for a half bottle. After pouring Blue Devil slowly, let vehicle idle with cap on for 50 minutes. But one thing I am going to go ahead and do, and that's I'm going to top the rest of it off with water. About right. So we're going to put the radiator cap on. Radiator cap is on. Let's see what the engine. All right, it's still running pretty cold. said run it with the cap on for 50 minutes. So we're going to set the timer. Hit start. Let's see what we got going on. All right, come on. We've been running it for about an hour now, and everything looks all right. It's not overheating, which it wasn't overheating with the thermostat out anyway. But let's shut her off and see what we got. All right. So the instructions say, after test drive, let cool before installing new thermostat. So I guess we don't have to let it cool. See what happens when we open this up. Yeah. Let's run our block test on it and see what happens. Well, there's still just a little bit of junk coming out of the radiator, but it should be clean enough. All right, there's the block test without the thermostat in, and see what happens there. Well, to be truthful, it's not changing colors, but that's the same result I got before. with before I ran the Blue Devil through there. So the real test is going to be whether when I put the thermostat in, whether or not it will. I wanted to show you exactly what I did with it. This is the old thermostat with the guts taken out. This is the new thermostat. See the difference? And that's the new gasket. I tried reusing the old gasket, but I don't think it was sealing up because it was all nasty. But so we're going to put this back on there. If for some reason you can't use that same gasket again, you can always get another one at AutoZone. And I just dropped it. Alright, that's the new gasket with the new thermostat. We're going to put this back in there. It goes right back here. I cleaned that gasket housing out pretty good before, so we're going to see how this works out. I'm already putting it back. All right, well, we put the thermostat back in, and then we still got the Blue Devil stuff in. I didn't take it changed it out yet, but we did take it up on the highway, and we drove it all around, and we drove it down the highway, and probably about a good 30 minutes, and still no green. I haven't checked the engine oil lately. Let's see what that looks like. The oil looks fine. I think that Blue Devil stuff worked. I think this Blue Devil stuff worked like a charm. Like I said, the hard part was getting the block all cleaned out, and I don't think I ever really got it all out of there, but I got it out enough to allow the stuff to work. And it solved the issues. This stuff's good stuff. And I still got 2/3 of a bottle left. And I'll tell you, they got it cheaper at Napa than they have it. They had it for $39 at Napa. Cheaper than anywhere else, so that's where I'd go to get it. They have to special order it though at Napa. Alright, we're gonna shut her off, get her done.